start recording again and close until... No, not bloody until dawn. We're going to close fucking the other one that we just finished. Close the quarry, and we're going to launch Edith Finch. So, just so that I have a rough idea, those of you in chat, because like a bunch of you voted for this, how many of you have actually played this? Because I want to get a rough idea for how many of you have absolutely no idea what we're about to do. I kind of hope as few people have played this as possible, because this is not a game of choice. This is a game where it's gonna happen, and you just gotta watch it happen. Right, new game. Change to fucking... Where's it gone? Where is Edith Finch? The music is really loud in my ears. What remains of Edith Finch? There we go. Sorry, I will turn down the audio now, because that was a little bit loud. There we go. Okay. We all good, chat? We're still... I hope this game is a little brighter than the quarry. Well, it is. Thomas has played it. Grouch voted for it, but has no idea what it is. There was a video Joseph Anderson did on it a few years ago. Okay, I haven't seen that. Never seen it. Okay, so, like I said, I've played this twice. It takes a couple of hours to do, and it's a bit of an experience. So, you may be changed when we finish this. How do I start? Play. There we go. This is not a sequel to Starship Troopers. What the fuck? Can someone tell me, by the way, I updated the video, like the live stream that you're watching now. Does it now say... You might have to refresh the page. Does it now say What Remains of Edith Finch instead of The Quarry? It does. Thank you. Perfecto. Also, hello James Moore. Welcome. Are you familiar with this game? And yes, if the Starship Troopers game that's been mentioned a couple of times now is, I've heard that it's quite good, but it's a lot of players. Open, wait, really? I'm trying to remember the buttons. There we go.
This isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
The Starship Troopers game I'm referring to is the strategy game.
But I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
So something this game does really, really well is the text on screen.
My brother Lewis's funeral.
Like this. I just find it really, really immersive. It's so simple, but yeah.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Let me know, by the way, how the volume is relative to my voice, because I didn't test this beforehand.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Perfect on your end. Excellent. Raise the game slightly. Alright, let's go up one hip. There we go.
Truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
So this house is something.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, The house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Thomas, a few people have mentioned Outer Wilds to me. I've never played it.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Rip. Wouldn't want to make things too easy. Yeah, I definitely prefer more narratively driven games, as you may be able to tell if you've seen any or many of my streams. Because what I don't like, particularly if I'm streaming a game, is to be spending half an hour looking for the game, part of the game, if that makes sense. Which is why I'm a little bit hesitant to stream New Vegas. Having never played it, supposed to be fantastic, but I don't want to just be, you know, dicking around looking for the thing for hours. But yeah, I may well play it. Whether I will stream it is a different question, but yeah.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Oh, thank you, game, for directing me. Chat can... Yeah, so chat can help depending on the game. I also forgot what the button was, which is why I didn't do that. So now we're good. I shouldn't make that mistake again.
It used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Because there have been many games, probably most games that I have played, you guys in chat have known more about the game than me. And
for the first time
I have relied on you at many points to actually get through them. So
I felt like I was home.
Dumb Genius, I have played The Last of Us, not
But
the PC
instead of a
port.
family, there were just memories of one.
I haven't played the PC port, I've heard it's shit, but yeah, I played The Last of Us on, I want to say PS3, and it's really good.
How after Lewis started working at
Never
the
played
cannery,
2.
we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Super chat from James Moore. So, Starship Troopers Extermination is FPS. 16 players set to proximity chat instead of team chat. It's $30 on Steam and early access. I'm not sure if that's the one I was thinking of, but I will have a look at Extermination, and because I kind of like the idea of doing a I mean 16 people isn't like an MMO or whatever, but like doing a game in Discord with loads of you guys sort of jumping in and out. I think that might be quite fun. But yes, thank you for the super chat, and I will look into it.
It was like my mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
If you are thoroughly confused at what the hell this game is, by the way, it's going to become clear pretty soon.
I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Because right now I'm just a 17-year-old girl walking through her house.
Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I remember something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there a key in this? Or am I... Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, for... There's a key somewhere. So we got different rooms that are locked for some reason. We gotta find the one that isn't. Yeah, so Dumb Genius, I've heard that this is very similar to Life is Strange, but I have never played Life is Strange.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, the god, they got... So Calvin died when he was, what, 11? Gregory died when he was 1? Look at the broken banister. Where is the broken banister, Truffle? Because that... Is it broken? Which part of this is broken? Please do me a clarify. Behind me. Behind me where? Oh, shit. This. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I noticed that before. Huh. Okay. Sorry, wait a minute. Molly died when she was 10. And there's... Here we go. Right, sorry. Super chat from... James Moore. You messed up. I love New Vegas. I know it's better... I know it better than most of my family. I can guide or judge you for 90% of your choices. DLC is required, has some bug fixes.
I spent a lot of time playing.
If I do decide to play it, I will need potentially people in chat.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not filling it up.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. And I probably will stream New Vegas at some point. Yeah.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I have some other games in the lineup that I think I will do first. And yeah, Michael, this is totally how my house is. It's like a little
my mom was really
maze.
good at keeping secrets.
Right.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What was Mum afraid of? This is where we get going. This is where the stuff starts happening.
This, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Coffee dealer? No, I wouldn't call this a horror game, no.
1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for some...
I'm just going to turn up the voice quickly. There we go. Yes, the game takes place in the house, but you're about to see why that's a little bit... Yeah.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
What's Truffle, or someone else who's played this, what's the name of this character again? This is Molly. Yeah, Molly. Her door says Molly. It's just that, yeah. Just trying to remember what everyone's names are. Yeah, so the Edith Finch is the character that we were playing as. And now we're having a flashback to Molly, who lived in this particular bedroom.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't be doing that.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Drink the toilet water? Yeah, I don't think that's an option. I know Molly's like 10,
then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Yay, we're a cat now. How do we... Yeah, there we go.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I just read this. Michael says, honey, go get Molly. She turned into a cat and got stuck in the tree again. Indeed.
I gobbled her up.
Yum. Except, whoops.
Suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Molly, what did I tell you about being stupid?
Rabbits.
Be very, very quiet. It's rabbit season. Come on, come on. God damn it. Where are you? Where's a rabbit? Come on. Wabbits! There we go. Thank you, text. Yay!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Ooh.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Oh fuck. Yeah, so knowing where this goes, this is this is horrible. And people who have played this game know where this goes.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Yay, we're a shark now. This is what sharks do, by the way. They just... Wait, have I fucked it? Oh no. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, let's just say that the mystery will be uncovered soon. For the moment, we're just
rolled off a cliff
playing through a child's imagination.
I was hungrier than ever.
God, the shark controls are not good. We're looking for... I mean, food of some kind. Seal? I can't remember. Yeah, here we go.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Get over here. Oh, there's one. God, yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to miss this, it's that the controls are fucking hard. The shark controls, everything's kind of almost backwards. Come on, eat him. No, don't boop him, eat him. There we go.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Come here, you. You're weak. Numb him.
I grabbed on
There we
tight.
go.
When I was so hungry, jumped
This
out
isn't
of the
Life
water.
is Life is Strange. This is Life is Weird
When I
now.
opened my
Yeah, this
eyes,
opening is a little bit
everything
weird. I will
changed.
grant you that. What are we now? Oh yeah, we're now a snake, I think.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
And yes, Truffle, you're quite right. So bear in mind, this is the hyperactive imagination of, I think,
big,
10-year-old girl.
and I moved real quiet.
Sorry, buddy. Is this a Christmas game? I'm not sure I'd call it a Christmas game.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Oh shit, it's Tank. Sorry, Tank. Where's he gone? There he is.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into the old pipe.
Octodad. I have played a little bit of Octodad. I couldn't bring myself to play much more of it. It was quite fun. Yay, we slooped out of the toilet. Yay! Luckily no one was using the toilet when that
I
happened.
got closer and closer.
Now we're in Molly's bedroom.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Yep. So that's pretty much how Molly died.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Yeah, pretty much Molly died because she ate a bunch of silly stuff. And that's why all of her dreams were about eating things. Because she ate a tube of toothpaste and then she ate some berries. And she didn't quite drink toilet water, even though I nearly, you know, made her do that, if that was an option. That was her reading Molly's diary. And, yeah. That is unfortunately what happened to Molly.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Can we leave the room? Why can't we leave the room? I am forgetting something. Oh, that's right.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Her room was like a museum.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune.
Yes,
And
the cat was named Molly
misfortune.
Tank, yes.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Dumb genius. So essentially, what we just played through was potentially what was going on in Molly's head when she was dreaming. What literally happened was that she ate, like, poisonous berries, and I don't know if eating a tube of toothpaste is bad for a child. I would assume that it is. She was really hungry, and she ate a bunch of stuff that she shouldn't have eaten, and she died.
Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
You find out the full story of Molly later. Oh, okay. I could be remembering that or misremembering that. I can't remember. What? Yeah, there we go.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Good lord.
It was a pretty big trace.
Why are there two entrances to the bathroom? I guess it's a weird house. Yeah, that works. And yes, this is definitely a nasty bathroom. Remember, yeah, we did say that this isn't a horror game.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Yay!
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
But, Calvin, now, is this not one of the most awesome bedrooms ever for a little boy? That is awesome. I like that. I don't actually know if I can go up there. I can't remember.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
I can. There we go.
And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
I'm not sure I do remember this one. I think I know what happens. Am I doing this wrong? Am I swinging wrong? I think I'm swinging right, it just takes a little bit. God damn it, Truffle. I see your emojis. Use both legs. Well, I am. Ah, I've got to use the... There we go, thank you. I was swinging wrong.
And he did.
I was actually being really silly.
At Barbara's funeral.
One leg is each analog stick, by the way. Which I did not know.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
What could possibly
But
go
that day,
wrong?
He finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
It wasn't his fault. It was the wind. Yay! Oh.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Right, with that, I gotta go for a wee. I'll be back in 1 moment. Right, we're back. Let's continue killing some children. Right.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
"47 seconds. We're getting better. We're getting quicker."
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Strange feeder, you're absolutely right. I looked at that, but I didn't properly register it. So, wait, I peed in 32 seconds back in the Frostpunk days? Are you serious? Yeah, so here we have Sam and Calvin's heights through the years, and obviously Sam's stops in 1961 because that's when he died. Yeah, little things like that in this game, they're gonna be getting to you. Truffle, you say it will never be beaten. Maybe if I start peeing and then I sort of hold it in and then I tell you that I'm gonna pee, I might beat it. I'm not sure I'm drinking more.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Maybe I'm drinking more. Maybe I have a problem. We'll have to find out. And by find out, I mean keep going until it actually becomes a problem. Oh, I could do a fake wee, but I'd never lie to you guys.
Barbara's death. I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
I remember this. I like this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
She needs to listen to some Infant Annihilator and take some inspiration
was a
from
great
them.
scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh no.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter.
And that was a separate incident to when a slide fell on him.
Was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Oh no, whatever could it be?
Basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
I knew there was something about the music box.
I'll be back in a sec.
And yes, Truffle, I think I remember now.
Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
And this is just straight up the music from Halloween, so I'm not quite sure why this is in the game, and I'm also hoping it doesn't do anything to the stream.
Worst.
If it does, someone tell me. But, hopefully we're okay. Oh god, this might actually be a problem.
The gang's leader is the
Keep
infamous
talking,
Hookman
keep
killer,
talking.
Dr. Carl Hamill,
Keep
who
talking.
killed and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh no. I can't think, I'm too stressed. Copyright squad, stop it, copyright. Maybe this isn't copyrighted, maybe we're okay. Talky talky, words and words, stuff and things. Stuff. Damn it. Yeah, John Carpenter actually wrote this. Obviously he directed Halloween, but he also wrote the... I don't know if he wrote all of the music, but he wrote this.
And grew still.
La 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 la. Oh no.
Oh dear!
It's what's his face? Bonk.
Oh.
Hello, wife. Wife's home. Wife, say hi to stream.
Relax. I was just trying
Wife
to
says
scare
hi.
you to help you find your scream.
I think we're through the copyright
I'm
bit.
not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw
What's a
him
what?
out.
Yeah, I played it and you played it.
Kept the little
And I watched you
secret
play it, so I've
under
seen it
her bed.
twice.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
What remains of Edith Finch?
And she was still holding it when she fell
Yeah.
asleep watching the late
We finished The Quarry. The ending was a bit special, so then we decided to do this.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, what could possibly happen? Boop. Fucking Halloween music. Talky talky, speaky speaky. Maybe if I... Oh no. I could sing along to it, but there's no words. So remember, as Truffle mentioned earlier, this railing was broken in the present day. Now it isn't. Which means it gets broken soon. Sometime between now and then. Sorry, Walter.
vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Oh no.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh.
Barbara
That man fits the
saw
description.
bookman and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Hey, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
I think in terms of gameplay, this particular segment is the most memorable. Because it kind of... No, actually no, there is one other that I think it's possibly... Well... No, I'm not going to say anymore. I'll tell you when that one comes up. Hide. Can we hide? Oh, there we go. Fuck him up. You have a weapon. Fuck him up. Oh no!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
So she very slowly walks down the stairs. Zoinks! Who'd have thunk it?
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she
Okay, bye, wife.
heard was...
The calls were coming from inside the house. Thank you, dog. My dog is excited.
At the door.
Favorite human time.
It was coming from inside the house.
I was joking. I didn't realize it was going to do the inside the house thing.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Rip.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Yeah, so as for like what literally happened, your guess is as good as mine there. She got eaten by her fans, or she got
Edie
like
told me all Barbara
stabbed by
wanted
her
was to be
boyfriend or
remembered,
something?
As absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, yeah, the words told me to go this way. I think she was... Yeah, like, I mean, the obvious answer is that she was murdered by... Was it Rick? The boyfriend who also went missing the same night? So, yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to take as what literally happened. I missed something. Please do tell. Go back? Okay. No, don't open the door. Go back. We gotta... Right, go back. What have we missed?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Something by the portrait.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Which portrait? What am I missing? Up the stairs, thank you. That's horrifying. Oh, here we go.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh ho ho,
Mom
what's
must have
this?
locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
No, I think we get to that later. That's the outside of Barbara's
Edie's
room. Here we
father,
go.
Odin, built the original house.
That's where I came out. On the stairs? Yeah, I don't... I'm guessing both of the things I just found aren't what you were referring to, but... I guess I can probably go back and find them if I need to. Right, basement time. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, I got it. Thank you. Oh, shit. I just remembered. Yeah, I just remembered now.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What could possibly be down here?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Yeah, the fish one is the one
There's a
that
pattern in all these stories.
gives you nightmares.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very
But
far.
this one I still remember as being very...
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Yep, told you, Truffle. I fucking told you.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a
Yeah, this
schedule,
one's up there, definitely.
living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Kind of hoping the copyrighted music. I'm just going to check very quickly that there's not a... No, there isn't like a streamer-friendly version. Okay, well, I'll hope that this just doesn't go to... Honestly, if the re-upload gets stricken, I don't really care, as long as this stream doesn't get taken down.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Words and words, and stuff and stuff.
Almost friendly.
And we're eating peaches. Because eating peaches is the best way to avoid getting a copyright strike on YouTube. Because,
and then one day,
yeah, because
everything
YouTube
just
be doing that sometimes.
stopped.
Come on.
Whatever that thing was,
Keep talking.
it was gone.
Has anyone ever eaten canned
Maybe you
peaches?
got
I'm not sure I
tired
have.
Waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
So, yeah, I don't know. What do I say? I don't know if this is copyrighted
It's
music.
been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
So
I'm
he's-
done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Where's the meat? Oh god. I had a pizza earlier, and I accidentally bought one that didn't have meat on it. So then I realized, and I was like, oh god damn it, and then I had to go and, like, put some meat on it, because
I know
you
it's
can't be
out
having a
there
pizza with no meat.
somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. whoever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Yeah. So that happened. Goodbye, Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I mean, another interpretation of that is that he wanted to get hit by a train. But also,
Maybe
yes, Michael,
afraid
you're
of
right. They don't
Walter.
seem to have much in the way of survival instincts.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
I mean, I gotta be honest as well, like,
I
if
don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
if there was an uncle living under my house, I'm not sure I'd tell my kids.
Still alive.
Why would she leave the swing there?
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Because I
I
think
thought it was time
was
I heard the stories for myself.
supposedly a freak accident with the swing that caused the,
And found
you
out
know,
what
that caused the
happened
death.
to everyone else.
So there's nothing necessarily wrong with the swing, and also
But now I'm worried the
a
stories
relic in memory
themselves
of
might be the
kind of
problem.
thing, maybe? Because she also
Maybe we
kept
believed so much in a family curse.
the grandma Edie,
made it
I think was the name, appeared to have kept various things from all of the dead children and grandchildren. So I think that lines up. Actually, saying that, that's literally what we're
I
about
don't
to
know
see.
if I should even be writing this.
Why would the swing be by the edge of the cliff? Well, maybe... So swings... I'm not really an expert when it comes to swings, but swings you can either face one way or
Maybe
you can
it'd be
face the other
better
way.
if
You
all
could
this
just face the other
died with
way.
me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Damn it, open. There we go, come on. I ate Tank. Did I eat Tank? Oh yeah, sorry, that was me as Molly when I was a monster. That didn't really happen though, that was, you know...
We've been surrounded by death for so long.
It's all fun and
just
games
gotten
until
used
Tank
to
gets
it.
eaten by a sea monster.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
And yeah, I don't know, James, I think... I'm not sure
It's
if the swing by the
embarrassing
cliff
for me
is
to
as dumb
admit
as you
this,
think it is. Because it's like, why would you expect that
The
to
pet
happen?
cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
So,
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my
Burpy,
fault.
Derpy, Derpy Jr., Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, and Lucy. That's all the pets. Bailey. Oh, fucking hell. Bailey, Shadow, Christopher, Bob, Oliver, and... Schatzy? I think that says. I don't know what that is.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
So Molly died because she ate possibly plastic or possibly poisonous berries. Calvin died because of the swing. Sven died because something fell on him. Edie, I don't think we actually know yet. Walter died because training day. And Barbara, I don't think we know either.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Well, I mean, in defense of the cliff swing, this is a swing I'm going to die on. The only reason that happened was because freak accident and it was really windy or something. Like, there being a swing kind of near a cliff on its own, you know, that's not necessarily...
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
It's not, I mean, it's dumb, but it's not quite as dumb as it might seem.
The more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I could ask
maybe
my
what the
mom.
swing really needed was a seatbelt. That would have solved everything.
She wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Climb it. There we go.
But
you also
looking back
have
on
to
it
remember
now,
this was like the 60s?
if she told me there was going to be so much
Health and safety
climbing,
was less of a thing.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
No? I'm trying to remember. Or do we go in through the window? I'm trying to remember exactly where we go. How much is 22 weeks in months? Because, I don't know, what, like, with babies, it's like, oh yeah, my baby's like 47 and a half months old. Like, can we say that in years, please?
Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Five and a half. Okay, so like, what, halfway? Slightly more than halfway.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
I am taking pictures.
Language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where are you? Oh, there we go.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
Haha!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Damn it, why did you keep hiding? There we go.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind
you.
Yes, you do.
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive... Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, I forgot about that.
Proud of you, Dawn.
She's just crying.
Always remember that, okay?
Oh dear.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Rip. Fatality. I guess.
Of all these stories,
right.
That's the one I
refill my beverage.
Told me.
Yeah, I feel like that one is possibly the most avoidable one. At least so far. This family and cliffs.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Yes. Yeah, this game I don't think you ever have to backtrack.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They both lost a lot.
Oh no! I know where this is going. Hey, Shoesmith, welcome. Hope you're ready to get fucking depressed, because, yeah. And yes, coffee dealer, pretty much. No, God damn it. Pick that up and read it.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh?
Oh dear.
Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
There are two in this game that stuck with me. This is one of them.
Hold on, sweetie.
Fuck you, Mom.
Hello? Sam, I told you...
Oh, Neo, I finished the quarry. I finished it about an hour ago, and I decided to be responsible.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Just mostly.
Damn it.
I wish he could have told us. About the world he saw.
Sorry, Gregory.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory.
Oh, fucking hell, I forgot about this.
About everything.
Remember that game where you play as a drowning baby?
But I know what happened.
Lord Wahoo, yes, you're correct. However, given that Gregory the baby is like 1 year old or whatever, if he goes face down, he's not getting back out. He's not, you know, he can't float. I mean, he might float, but if he goes face down, he's not gonna, like, self-right.
And he'd want me to be happy too. Good luck, Kay.
Yeah, so that's what happened to Gregory.
Love Sam.
Yeah. And when I first loaded up this game, I did not expect that I would be playing as a baby as they drown in the bath. Oh, Lord Wahoo, have you... Because I used to have a job as a lifeguard as well, so yeah. And there were multiple occasions where I had to jump in order to get fucking
after her brothers died.
kids out of the pool whose parents had sent them down the water slides without realizing that their kid is shorter than the depth of the water at the bottom, and therefore they'll come out at the other end and just go plop and obviously not resurface. So yeah, parents are idiots a lot of the time.
Imagine what it was like for her to lose 2 sons after she'd already lost 2 brothers. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Greg's job is be a baby. Sorry, Gregory. Oh dear. Right. Because I vaguely remember this game, you shouldn't have to backtrack at any point? Which means I probably shouldn't have gone down the pole, but oh well. Come on. I know you're pregnant, but come on. At the front of the bed?
I can't imagine my
thank
mom
you.
ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad
Oh,
idea.
is this the... Yep, this is the
Our
kite
father
one.
never
Alright.
hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. Make it try.
Damn it, words, where are you? You're probably over here somewhere. Yeah, there we go.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Fuck you, Dad. Hey, Tura. How are you doing? We finished the quarry. We're now about halfway through Edith Finch.
But all the humans did that day.
And we just drowned a baby in the bathtub, so, yeah. Everyone's dying. We can't do much to stop it, because it's already happened. And depending on what time it is when I finish this, I might do a couple of games of Gartic Phone in Discord.
That nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
If anyone wants to at the end.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Uh-oh. Oh no, it's all gone horribly wrong.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
I think Gus got squashed by a tent when it was like a hurricane. I think that's what is supposed to have happened. I don't know. I think I'm going the wrong way. I don't remember ever having to double back on myself. I mean, a tent will kill you if it hits you hard enough. Or it can, like, knock you off a cliff, or put you on a swing, and then you'll swing off the cliff. You know, there's any number of things that could happen. Go up? I already went up, though. Yeah, James, you're quite right. If anything hits you hard enough, it will kill you.
My mom
I mean,
moved to India
even air.
after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Like, as an example,
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
there are instances of, like, paint in space. I think it's paint.
Beginning of the end was
Maybe it's
Milton's
water. I'm pretty
10th
sure it's paint.
when Edie gave him a castle.
Flying really fucking quick around the Earth, because space orbit and physics and shit. Hitting satellites or space shuttles, that kind of thing, and it'll dent them because of how fast it's moving. Even though it's, you know, paint. So yeah, if you take anything and move it quick enough, bad things are gonna happen. I'm pretty sure we're pretty much at that bit of the game now, I think. Yes, it looks like we're here.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Wait, maybe not. I can't... Oh shit, yes, I remember this. This isn't the fish one, but this, I do remember this one now. Lewis is the fish one.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
That one's very quick. It's he basically went missing. Which I guess probably makes it the most believable one.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
He could have fallen off a cliff. Yeah, maybe he went and sat on the swing and they didn't want to, you know, do that twice. I think in the case of Milton, you could
Mom definitely
you could
blamed
take it
me,
any direction. They're
I
not
think
specific.
Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So this one hits like a fucking truck, and I'm wondering if... I'm wondering how it's gonna hit you guys. And if you know what happens, I would prefer that you do not say in chat, because I know that there are people in chat who have not seen this.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Yeah, also, Truffle, you're right. I mean, not so much that it's the hardest to... I mean, it is the hardest bit to play mechanically, but, like, the game isn't difficult or anything. It's more that the way that they decided to use gameplay to tell the story is when it's like it's the best part of this game. It's fucking brilliant, this.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
James, if you've played this game, you will remember this one when it
What happened that night
starts.
has been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Dumb Genius, the setting, or the setup for the story is that Edith, the character we're playing as, is...
Or that
I think she's...
had a key to it.
She told us how old she is, I can't remember. And she's the last one left, and she has been left the house, I think, in the will of whoever it is that actually owned it. Grandma Edie, I think, is the one that owned it. And she's now gone back to the house and is recalling the memories of what happened. I believe it's as simple as that.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. but I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Uh-oh.
I got
God,
turned around.
this now has worse visibility than the quarry.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Rip.
Edith! Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Oh no.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
I can't remember the way the family tree goes, but yeah, who is it?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Who is it that watched Gregory drown? Let me just have a look at the family tree. Who was Gregory's parents? No, I don't think it was Edie, because Edie was... what? 50? 60 when Gregory was alive? Kay. Oh, okay. No, Lewis. We're getting to Lewis. We're getting to Lewis.
She was already gone.
We're not... I'd forgotten about this bit here, but yeah, Lewis is the bit
After that, we moved around a lot.
We'll test how human you are.
We both tried to make the best of it.
My hand is a dolphin.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it.
So, Edie, obviously
sick
short for Edith. Edie is the name of the grandma, Grandma Edie, and Edith is the name of the character we're playing as. I don't believe the intermediary mother is also named Edie.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Strange Feedy says Great Gran is Edie, our character Edith, and the
Last
mum is
Finch
Dawn,
left
which is the one
alive.
that just died.
Until I found out about you.
We're pregnant. Yeah, right.
I'm
We're
still not sure what to tell you about all this.
This is where we play as a...
If we lived forever,
I guess fetus would be the
maybe
technical...
we'd have time to understand things.
Because we're... Yeah.
But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Quick, head towards the butthole.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
I'm starting to wonder something.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed.
Did we
that
skip
any of us
Lewis?
ever had a chance to be here at all.
Did we accidentally skip Lewis? Please tell me that didn't just happen. Because this, I think this is the end of the game. I think we accidentally skipped Lewis. If we did, I can load back and we can do the Lewis bit, but I think I accidentally skipped Lewis. How the fuck is it possible to do that? How? No, I didn't know you could miss people either. Okay, so that's the end of the game, basically. It ends with the birth of Edith's child. I think, well, it's implied that she died in childbirth, but yeah. I'm gonna... Can I specifically play... There is a way I can specifically play fucking Lewis. He's the only one I missed. How is that even possible? If we quit back to the menu... No, that quits the whole game, right? Okay, bear with me and we're gonna do Lewis. Like, if it wasn't the Lewis section, then I'd be like, we can, you know, who cares? But, like, the Lewis bit's the best bit of the game. I must have missed the journal, but it's weird that's possible. Wait, why am I here?
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
No, turn around. Fucking go back downstairs. So, no, because Little Nightmares is a puzzle game, which means it's kind of natural that you could miss things. This is entirely linear, and I have played this twice before, and somehow, while streaming it, I didn't... You know, the game allowed me to miss the Lewis section.
Lewis and I spend a lot of time playing games together, but he was
I know.
surprised
I'm surprised that it's possible to fail this. I mean, it's not really failure, because you still complete the game, but you miss possibly the most, like, emotionally effective part of the game if you don't look somewhere, which I don't think is possible anywhere else. So, yeah, here we go. Let's do Lewis.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
I also missed Sanjay. Oh, god damn it.
But he withdrew part of himself.
Well...
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
We're doing Lewis.
His mind began to wander.
So, just because you won't be able to tell when you're watching this, the fish shit that I'm doing is with the right stick. The dude moving around is with the left stick.
I asked him to describe
on the controller. Which I think is fucking
he said he
genius.
Started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
And while you're doing this, you become increasingly focused on the bit on the left side, and you just sort of mechanically keep doing the fish stuff. Which is just the absolutely perfect representation of what's going on in Lewis's head. It's so perfect. It's so well done.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
And the game... Well, I say game. The daydreaming grows in fidelity.
I spoke with his boss.
Becomes a 3D exploration game.
Become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
I think I'm going to hold
On the
what
edge of a
I have to
city
say about
named
this until the end.
Lewistopia.
So just enjoy.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until
I
one
appreciate
day he
the pun.
forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh, this is fucking dark. Oh my god.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp.
And I want to quickly reiterate that it was possible
His chase
to
led him
miss
to a
all of
golden
this,
palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
which I just did by accident.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
So now his fantasy has basically completely taken over the
For
screen.
someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
You could almost say he stared too deep into the abyss.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Notice, by the way, that we are no longer chopping fish. We are now entirely
His queen
in Lewis's imagination.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Yeah, so that happened.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh my god. I also missed Sanjay, as someone earlier mentioned. I'm not sure I can get back to him, though. Yeah. He became a French monarch. Indeed. So, yeah, that was Lewis, and I think that is... the strongest part of the game, but that might be... because I guess it appeals to me. I'm guessing it appeals to most of you guys, in theory at least, more than some of the others, because the idea of relating to a baby drowning in a bathtub is a little bit abstract, but the idea of relating to a 22-year-old who's stuck in, you know, a factory job and just dreaming of, you know, essentially Dungeons & Dragons, Lord of the Rings, all of that kind of thing, video games, and just getting lost in them is... horribly relatable. Let's put it that way. Truffle says you didn't go outside and see the dragon slide. I mean, how can I do that? I've, again, played this game before, so I probably have seen it, I just can't remember. Can I go... Can I go back and do Sanjay quickly? Because I think... Is he the only one that I missed, or did I miss another one? It tells me... Yeah, Sanjay... Sven. I missed Sven as well, which was the slide one, but that's probably pretty early on. Well, I think I can backtrack, but if I'm going to have to backtrack through the entire game, then I don't want to just walk for 20 minutes. Truffle, so the guy that died from the dragon slide was Sven, which I think was the granddad? But I don't know if I am going to have to just walk for, like I said, 20 minutes to get there. Let's try, though. Let's... It's kind of annoying that I can't just load a particular... Let me make sure I can't load a particular... Because if I go quick... No, if I go quick game, it, like, full-on quits the game and takes me back to... The, It takes me out of the game and goes to Steam, and I can't... select those particular people. Okay. Tura, pretty much. You're correct. This is a game where you watch your family die. I think Sanjay is Edith's dad, yes. I don't remember if he actually dies. How do I... No, that's I don't know if I can actually backtrack to Sanjay. Yeah, this was an accidental speedrun. Totally not intentional. Because I missed 3 of them. Yeah, it's weird that you can miss 3 of them. In particular the Lewis one, because the Lewis one is the strongest one, so... Yeah, I don't think I can backtrack. I will try. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I think if I go through this way, I think I can backtrack. Yeah, so, Tura, this game... I picked up this game for like £5 or something stupid. And I have completed it in less than 2 hours. It's a very quick game to play. It's simple to the point where I could give this to my mum, who does not play video games, and she could play it. So, yeah, it's the kind of story that literally anyone could just pick up and play. You can select stories when you finish. Well, because I've already finished the game before, so if I go to the... Thing is, there is no main menu, so if I go new game... Matthew, if you're correct, if I go new game... Because I don't want to hit this unless I know, because if I hit this and it reverts me to the beginning, I'm going to have to play the game again. But if you can confirm that if I hit new game, it will let me load Sanjay, for example, then I will do that. But for now... Finish this... Yeah, I've already finished it. Although I quit the game and then loaded back, possibly too soon. I don't want to have to replay any of it. Because I got to the end, and literally to the end of the game, then I quit it and then loaded back to do Lewis. There is no Sanjay story. I swear there was. Because he's on the... He's on this. Sanjay, Kay, and Sven are the 3 that I haven't picked up. Let me have a look, because I think whichever character it is that mentions Sanjay, I think is back here. He died in an earthquake, not playable. Okay. Well, where are we at? We're at midnight here. So, what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to call the stream here. And basically do what Mr. Box suggested. I'm going to do a couple of rounds of Gartic Phone in Discord. Any of you guys that want to jump in, please do. If you are not already in the Discord, there's a link in the description. And if you have no idea what Gartic Phone is, jump in and try it. It's very easy, very fun, and very funny. You don't need to speak as well, so if you don't have a microphone or you don't want to speak, then just jump in and play on mute. That's not a problem. So, yeah. I will jump on Discord in a couple of minutes. And I think I have time for a couple of rounds of Gartic Phone before I have drunk enough whiskey to where I need to go to bed. So... Thank you guys for tuning in. We managed to get through 2 video games tonight, which is probably a record. And, yeah, those of you who aren't Gartic Phoning, I will be streaming Alien Isolation next week, so next Friday, a week today. Gonna plan on finishing the whole thing, which I'm gonna do a little bit of research, and if I think I need to start an hour early, so 7 PM UK time instead of 8 PM, then I will. So if you desperately want to see the whole thing, just keep an eye out. Maybe check the Discord, because I'll post in the Discord if I'm going to do that. So, yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll be on Discord in a couple of minutes.